So I want to show you something. One of the reasons why I like 275 plus wheels, or just plus, even my 29er wheels, I run plus tires. Is, okay, look at this dirt. You're going over this sandy stuff and it's really loose and you want traction. So, of course, I got some really big meaty tires on front, especially. Front's a little more important than back. But let me show you my tire pressure. So I have this really kind of nifty digital gauge, and and of course I'm running tubeless, and that's where I have it. I have it at 11.5 pounds of pressure, and that's with those big 2.8 tires and internal 45 millimeter rims on front. And even with 11 pounds, I'll show you this in a minute, look at when I push down on it and squeeze it, it's still pretty tight. Still got a lot of, there's so much volume in there. So 11 psi with that much volume still gives you the girth. Now, in the back, I have a Rimpact tire insert, and so that changes. That's like a volume spacer in there. And let me see what that pressure is. Now these knobs are not quite as big, and makes it a little bit easier when you're climbing, and you don't need as much. So it's 13.5 pounds in the back with that, and you can see I can really squeeze it down there, but it's not going to bottom out ever because it's got that Rimpact tire insert in there. So I just wanted to show you the tire pressure I run before I do this run down the hill, and you're going to see why I prefer this type of, why I like really fat tires on my terrain that I ride here in my local mountains. Just because, you know, obviously it's loose and rough, and there's sand over rocks and rocks over sand, and it's not very friendly conditions for skinny tires. You need to have adequate tires, something that's going to allow you to just pound across the top of the trail and float over stuff, if you will, instead of digging down into the sand and getting hung up. So anyway, that's another thing I keep in my pack full of tricks. So I'll make the next video, and I'll be descending down my trail right here in just a minute.